Hello, this is Joman. This time we are going to draw Reze from Chainsaw Man. I went to the theater after a really long time to watch the Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze. It was really so much fun. I'm not the type who drew manga's characters often, but the character was so attractive that I wanted to draw it together with you all. Those who like drawing animation characters, please draw along with me. As always, start by drawing the face with a circle. Since it's a front-facing face, cut off both sides of the circle. I've explained this method a lot on YouTube before, so are you all pretty familiar with it now? Knowing the method and becoming used to drawing naturally with proper proportions are slightly different issues. So let's draw a lot together and get used to natural proportions. Reze's eyes are shaped like this. Actually, I like round eyes like this, but Reze's eyes have a slightly pointed feel in the middle, and the line under the eyes is quite raised. So it looks like a slight eye smile. It seems like there aren't many cases where the eyes are wide open and pupils are fully visible. Above the eyes, the double eyelid look large. Okay, I'll draw the eyes as I just explained. You can use these two guidelines to position them well. Drawing the eyes harmoniously within the face can be harder than drawing just the eyes pretty on their own. The mouth will be drawn with a slight smile. It also looks like a cat's mouth. But as you see later, I fixed the mouth a lot during drawing. If you draw the eyes without clear lines and with thin overlapping lines, you can draw pretty eyes with a different feel. Another characteristic of the character Reze is that there's a lot of brush on the cheeks, I think. It seems like it's because they wanted to draw a character who likes falling in love or something. And when drawing the eyes, if you draw with thin overlapping lines instead of body at once, it suits better. Now, let's draw the hair. After all, for animation characters' feature, eyes, nose, mouth are there, but the hairstyle greatly influences it, I think. I think it feels somehow different from Reze, so let's fix the mouth. Well, I'll fix the mouth a bit more. I don't know how to explain this well, but the more simply you draw the mouth, the impression changes with very subtle differences, it seems. When drawing with pencil, if you revise a lot, pencil marks remain a lot, but I don't mind it much. I'm drawing Reze now without looking at the illustration reference, so it will be drawn a bit differently from the actual Reze's feel. But that's what's fun about it, right? You are all also drawing Reze in your own style right now. What I'm drawing now is something like a bomb's trigger. When watching the movie, at first it was like a calm romance. But in the second half, the action was really insane. Draw the flower that appears in the movie. Well, I need to draw the hand holding this flower in more detail later, right? Finally, the chin seems too short, so I redraw the nose and chin a bit lower. The sketch is up to here, and I lightly color the hair with pencil. Doing this makes it feel more like a manga, so it's just better, I think. Finally, I'll finish by revising here and there. Here I draw it like this. If I draw on a tablet based on this sketch, it becomes like this. The face looks different, right? And this time, I'm gonna draw with a mechanical pencil. The methods for drawing the face is always similar. The only difference is whether to put an oval in the initial circle or not. You don't always have to draw with this method. I don't usually draw only with this method either. But for beginners, this method will really help a lot in learning natural proportions. That's why when I make videos to help you all, I keep drawing with this method. Draw the upper body first, and simply draw the waist and pelvis. At this time, the pelvis and waist overlap a lot, right? This means we are viewing it from above. This time, let's try drawing a pose with a lot of perspective applied. Draw the upper part of the upper body as usual and see how perspective applied when drawing the lower body. If you think of the cross-section, it becomes like this. As it goes to the lower body, more of the upper area becomes visible. Let's draw a bomb trigger pulling pose instead of a normal one. And when drawing crosses, of course, you need to reference. Even if you think you can draw without looking at references, you need to know what design the crosses are first. As long as you are not copying the exact same pose, referencing materials is always helpful. Of course, beginners should practice a lot by following the exact same pose. But once you feel somewhat accustomed, definitely try drawing with the structure method and building it one by one. Draw the eyes according to this guideline we always use. Slightly pointed eyes. Now let's draw the hair. I'll draw the clothes a bit more detailed. I'll draw a bit cleaner with a dark pencil. After doing a rough sketch and then cleaning up the lines neatly, I tried to organize the lines while preserving the initial atmosphere as much as possible without damaging it. I'm sure you've all experienced drawing lines over a photo and thinking it doesn't look cool even though it's there. It's proportionally perfect, but somehow it doesn't feel attractive. Yes, it's difficult. You need to practice drawing with correct proportions, but you also have to draw with your own unique feel. But don't worry too much. If you draw slowly for a long time and consistently, your sense of proportion will naturally improve, and your own style will develop. Don't hesitate to draw because of those worries. Just start drawing and enjoy the process. Right, it's all done. This is the version I redraw more cleanly on the tablet. The atmosphere is a bit different, right? So in this session, we drew Reze from Chainsaw Man. Actually, I didn't really know why people do fanfics, but it was quite a fun time. I hope you enjoyed this time as well. And if you want to see the full video and all of my advanced lectures on faces, anatomy, clothing, and more, please check out my membership. Okay, I miss Reze. Bye!